Back to the channel. This is First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. And for those of you that didn't catch the first part, I'm Trinisha Cottrell. Sometimes when this video uploads, it'll do a skip and it'll skip over the intro and then it'll go into like the second part of the intro. So I just wanted to make sure I reiterate it. And also it's at the bottom of the screen there. I'm so grateful to have you here on this journey of self-love and self-discovery with me. In today's video, I don't have a specific topic, but it's just going to be about life in general. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more uplifting, empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. So, life, right? Life is such a blessing, and it also can be challenging. Sometimes in life, we have this plan for ourselves. We have things that we think is going to happen in our life, and it never works out that way. I could have said by 25, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. And it's good to have goals. It's good to have things that you want to achieve in life, but also know who's in control. Always understand that no matter what you're doing, God is going to be the one who's in charge of everything that happens in your life. And you really have to be real with yourself. Don't just say, oh no, I really don't like this thing. I really don't like this job. I don't like this person. I don't like this thing, this place or thing. You have to be real and say, yes, God, I really do want this job. Is it your will? I really do want this guy. Is it your will? I really do want this place. Is it your will? Because it's really easy to be like, oh, I want these things, and to forget and leave God out of a lot of things in life, because sometimes we don't want to know the answer. Sometimes we'll be like, okay, I'll just do whatever it is that I want to do because it's going to be pleasing to me, because it's going to be something that satisfies me. It's going to be something that I'm interested in, that I like. Like, I really love biscuits, or I really love cake. Like, you mean to tell me the cake is supposed to taste this good and I can't have it? The bread is supposed to be this delicious, this fluffy, like just looking like it's looking, and I can't have it? But always remember, everything that's tempting is not always good for you. Everything that seems good to you is not always good for you. I know I said that before in a previous video, maybe 3 or 4 videos back or so, but it's so true. Sometimes we really think that just because it looks good, it smells good, it sounds good, it may be good, but that doesn't mean anything. That just means it's appeasing. And just because you're attracted to or you want something doesn't mean that's what you actually need in your life. I was having a girls' night the other night, and me and the girls were talking about just life in general. We were talking about different things that we've been through, different things that we're planning on doing in life and things like that. And we were just talking about relationships in general. And they know me. I'm like, I don't want to say I'm the person who was unhopeful when it comes to relationships, but I was the person that they were like, you seem like you just don't want no parts of that. And honestly, I didn't. Honestly, I, in the past, just felt so triggered. I felt so hurt. I felt so like hard on myself. Like, I can't believe I let myself be in this relationship this long. I can't believe I made the choices that I made in the past. I can't believe, and most of the times, the guilt is the thing that holds me up on certain things in life. It's never what someone else did. It's never how someone else treated me. It's never how, it's something about that person. It's always something that I'm internally dealing with or struggling with. And so when different people come into my life, when different things happen, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm just a normal human being like everybody else, dealing with the things that life brings. And sometimes I'll meet certain people and they want me to be perfect. They want me to be like this robot trophy person, and that just kind of sits and nods and just says yes to everything, or looks a certain way, or does things the way that they want me to do them. And they forget that I'm a human being. And I'm not getting on those people because that's their preference. That's good. That just means they're not the person for me. And that's awesome, that we could see eye to eye on that. And, a lot of the times it's people not being a good fit. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes I just don't know if I'll ever be ready. Or, when things happen in life, I just feel like, oh my gosh, like, can I really see myself in this situation? Am I really willing to put forth an effort? Am I really in an area of my life where I'm comfortable enough to feel like I can trust this person or build trust with this person. And I think consistency, I think being compassionate and being understanding, like allowing there to be a safe area would make me feel comfortable. If I feel safe, if I feel seen, if I know that the person is seeking to understand me instead of wanting me to be in a box, I think I could do it. I think I could be the things that I need to be, to do the things that I need to do in my life. And is it easy? No. Listen, I'm not trying to make this video to ever make it seem like life is easy, because we know life be lifing. I can't even like sit here and even fix my mouth to try to say that life is like 1, 2, 3 easy street, because come on. All the trials, all the tribulations, all the things that life throws at you, like you think it's gonna go one way, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be with Zach. And we're gonna go this place, do this, and we're gonna live happily ever after. The end. That's usually how those stories start. But that's not the end, that's just the beginning. That's when the real work starts. And you just don't know. But honestly, in life, when you really want something, you have to work at everything that you want. It can't just be like, oh, it's all that person's responsibility. Like, I can't just say, I want a good relationship with my friend or parents or whoever and be like, oh yeah, they just have to do XYZ. They have to do all of these things because it's all on them. No, I have to be willing to put forth an effort and do things as well. I can't just say, oh, it's all about me. Sometimes I have to catch myself. Can I say that on this video without being super judged? Probably not, but it's fine because I'm not the only person thinking like that. Sometimes I could be so selfish that I know I'm feeling a certain type of way. I know that I'm going through this thing and I don't even think about what the other person is going through. I just kind of skim over it. I'm just like, oh my goodness, maybe I need this. I want that. And it's I. And we forget about other people. We forget that other people matter as well. What are you going to do to make sure that you put forth an effort to make sure other people are okay? And your family, with your friends, with potential people. Are you willing to have that conversation? Are you really willing to be selfless? Because that's what it's going to take. Every relationship in your life, work, personal, whatever, is going to take real effort. And life is not going to be easy. But some things that really help me is knowing that God is with me always. Some things that really help me is my affirmations. And I use biblical affirmations like I'm a holy nation, a royal priesthood. I'm more precious than rubies. You know, I am more important than most of the sparrows. And God loved the sparrows. I am the head and not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm blessed coming and I'm blessed going. Blessings go up and they stay up. Just but those are things that I like to just reaffirm and say to myself, because life can really try to knock you down. Life could knock you down, drag you through the mud, pull you over a couple spikes, slice you up, dip you in something else. Like, life can just discombobulate you so badly that you just feel like you don't know whether you coming or going. But like I said, I'm blessed coming and I'm blessed going. It don't matter which way I'm going with God, because he got me. I'm covered. I'm under protection. I got a hedge of protection around me. And that's the thing that really keeps me sane. That's the thing that really helps keep me flat-footed and faith stable. Because without God, I can't imagine dealing with life on my own. I tried to do it in the past before I rededicated my life to God, and it was a nightmare. I felt so, I don't know if insecure is the right word, but I just felt like every day was a struggle to know what direction I was heading because God wasn't guiding me. I felt like every day of my life, I just had the burden of the world on my shoulders when God never intended for me to carry anything alone. God got me. He's there with me so that when I'm struggling, I can call on him. If I can't call on God, like nobody's available 24/7 like God. I can call any person in my contact and none of those people are going to be available 24/7. Only God can do that. No person can fill a God-sized space in my soul. There's nothing that I need, that I want, that I have to have in life that any person can give me that God can't take care of. People can be in my life to teach me something, so I learn something, to be there for me in certain areas, but they can never be God. I think it's important for us to not put unrealistic expectations on people because they're human just like you. They're not they are not the Almighty. They are not the psychiatrist, the psychologist. They are not the doctor. Like, they have information. They may know a plethora of information, but they don't know everything. They know what they know. So you have to know who God placed in each part of your life for that specific area. So, like, I might have a friend who's there when it comes to me being motivated to hold me accountable because I need an accountability partner so I stay on track. God never meant for us to do this alone, but one person doesn't carry the burden of God. Always remember that. Know that when life is life and you can turn to Him. Don't ever feel like you got to do anything alone or that you got to put some kind of unrealistic expectation on yourself, because that's what I like to do. And a lot of the times I'll be like, oh, I got to be perfect in this area. I got to have my hair like this, my nails like this, my skin like this, my body like this. The inside of me, I have to be completely healed and whole and know everything. And I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I'm not going to know everything. And I never want to get to the place in my life where I stop learning. I always want to learn more. I always want to be a better person. I never want to be perfect. And I never will be, because only God is perfect. And I'm okay with that. You have to really know who you are in this life so people can't tell you who they want you to be. When people stop showing up, when people don't do the things that they said they're going to do, when people aren't a person of their word, or whatever else is going on in your life, you have to know that you are beautiful. You have to know that it's not your job, your duty, or your responsibility to try to tell somebody or make someone be something that you want them to be. They have to be who they are. And you're either okay with it or you're not. You have to know what you bring. I don't want to say to the table. Like, I hate using that phrase. But let's just say for video purposes, what you bring to the table. So if you're honest, if you're truthful, if you are the type of person who will be there for somebody, you know you're a good woman. Keep being a good woman. Don't just be a bad woman because you met a bad man. Don't just be like, oh no, I'm going to just treat people badly or just lose all hope because one person didn't step up or do what they're supposed to do, whatever it is in your life. See, I don't generalize one or the other because I can't place unrealistic expectations on people. I just expect them to be who they are. That's all I want any person to be. For myself, I got to work on it a little bit. Sometimes I'm like, no, but this isn't perfect enough. And then I'm like, listen, you got to be realistic because nobody's perfect. I have to just do the best that I can. Everybody in this world just has to do the best that they can, and that's enough. Continue to affirm yourself and know who you are. Know what characteristic traits you have. Like, I know that I'm an honest person. I know that I am a loyal person. I know that I have a good heart, a kind heart. I know I love helping people. I know that I'm the type of person who loves speaking life into the people around me. I love learning. All of those things are attributes that I have aside of many other things. Whoever comes into my life, whatever person who wants to be my friend, whatever colleagues I have at work can't tell me who they think that I am. They can give me a compliment, that's fine. But they don't dictate who I believe that I am. I know who I am. You have to know who and whose you are in this life. So people don't determine your paths, but God does. So God can direct your footsteps in the direction that you're heading, that you are supposed to head, so you can be in purpose, so you can do the things that you're supposed to do. If you fall off, if you do the wrong thing like all of us human beings do in life, it's okay. Do better. Tuck and roll. Last week on my quote for outfit of the week, I put, my uncle always says this thing called tuck and roll all the time. And so in life, when things happen in my life, when I make a misstep, a mistake, whatever else, what I do is tuck and roll. As if I'm like falling and I trip or something, I like take all the scars and just learn from it. If I made a mistake, oh well. That's supposed to teach me a lesson. And I'm going to keep it moving because that's what life is supposed to teach you, lessons and how to be stronger the next time you get into a situation like that. So don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever stop believing in yourself. Life is going to life, but you are who God says that you are, and you should know whose you are. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.